Alright guys, today Eldon and I are back in the service truck, hitting the road. We got a phone call this morning that one of our customers ended up with some gasoline in their diesel fuel tank. So today, we're going to show you how to drain the fuel tank and flush the system and get your Avant back up and running when you get gas in a diesel engine.
Alrighty guys, I'm going to put some caveats or asterisks on this video right up front. The machine that we're working on is a brand new machine. On top of that, the tank still contained a decent amount of diesel fuel. Just a little bit of gas that had been put on top. As soon as the customer noticed that something wasn't right, they shut the machine down and they gave us a call. So as far as it goes with diesel engines getting gasoline in them, this is kind of a best case scenario. Depending on your situation, it could be a little bit more in depth than this. So keep that in mind as you watch the video. So I kind of have to take a second here and brag on our service truck a bit. If you own equipment, you know that just as important as the quality of your equipment itself is the support and service that you receive from your dealership. We retrofitted this truck so that when situations like this come up, we can jump on the road and be able to provide the same service at the job site as we can give here at the shop. All the tools, oil, fuel, air suction hoses, and more. It's one of the perks of working with Nolts.
Point in the tank is on this corner, so you have to kind of get the hose back in there.
Okay, so I almost didn't do it, but I left this part of the video in. Eldon and I are trying to get the fuel filter turned off of the machine here, and we can't get it off. Just even with our hands or with the tool here. And one of the things you'll hear Eldon say is that we didn't bring a new one with us. So we don't want to mess this one up. So again, go back to the beginning of the video where I said this is a brand new machine. There wasn't much of hardly any gas run through the machine. So what we have the option here to do is to leave the fuel filter on and just pump everything out of that with the fuel pump.
Okay, we'll just let the filter on and pump it in. You just turn on to the first click, and that starts running the electronic fuel pump, and it's just pumping all the lines out and putting everything back into the tank. After all the lines and the filters are all empty, I just repump the tank back out and make sure all the fuel's out. If you want to save a little bit of time and you have another fuel filter, you can unscrew this fuel filter down here and just dump it out as well and just put a new filter on. I don't have a new filter with me, so I'm just going to pump everything through.
Okay, so some of the stuff that you're going to see now looks a little bit repetitive, but it's some things that we had to do because we weren't able to get that fuel filter off. And instead, we are just using the fuel pump to pump everything through the system and then sucking all of the gas and diesel mix out of the fuel tank. So there a second ago, we saw Eldon put some diesel into the fuel tank. We're using that with the fuel pump to then kind of pump through the system. It kind of washes out, if you will, any remaining gasoline that's in the system. And then you'll see us here in a second. We'll go back in, we'll pump out the fuel tank again, top it off with diesel, and then we'll get the machine running.